everyone to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hokies will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Texas's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
He leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Hokies are threatening in the red zone. Going up top on first down. They're working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Harris back to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Zings it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. Lowers those pads. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. First down here for the offense. Harris will throw. He's right on target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on second down. Movement here from the tight end. Going to the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he intercepts it. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. The offense set for a first down play. Back to the ground game on the left. Still running at the... just steamrolling the defense. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
The play action fake. Forced out of the pocket. It's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's now second and goal. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Recent years, fellas, Georgia has kind of had the upper hand in its rivalry with Georgia Tech, but this one is always spirited. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Harris back to pass. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the grades that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he can carve up this defense.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Number 18 on the field goal. That's the end.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make...
He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Off the play fake on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. A 3rd and long coming up here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Oh, look out! Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Harris will throw, trying to get to him. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Hard running there. Stumbled to the ground.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead down a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
on 3rd down going up top. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take off. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Harris back to pass. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Webb. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Here comes the Texas offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game. He lobs one high down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Harris will throw. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. On target to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Hokies! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And right down the middle. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quick.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And he knocked that one right down the middle. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lane Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies, both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy. Back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The aerial assault continues. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Snags it over the middle. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Play fake. On the move to his left. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Hart. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They're going to run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Texas, 28.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll give it to him again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fires to the middle. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Coming after him. Finds a man on the left. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Longhorns will move the sticks.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner will be brought down. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Field goal is good. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
At at the 35, he's loose. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the ground, it's Webb. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the catch. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Harris back to pass. He'll get rid of it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. Release to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It leads to second down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Incomplete.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Rutgers proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Scarlet Knights team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch play.